Yo boys, how are we all doing today? I was just looking through the comments on my last video where I basically had a fucking breakdown. I didn't even put any fucking hashtags on it and shit. I kept putting it on unlisted and then public and then unlisted. Obviously it's fucking cringe and embarrassing to be like that. But hey, I'm a fucking loser, as I was saying. Who gives a fuck? Like, have I experienced any cringe or secondhand embarrassment from posting that? No. Literally, it's like a tree falling in the forest. Who gives a fuck? No one's around to see it. So if anything, it helped a bit to sort of get things off my chest, and it helped in a way to see how many fucking dudes are going through the same thing. It helped, but it also fucking hurt, bruh. I feel for all of you. Like, we're all in this fucking together, and it pisses me off. Women are fucking evil. I saw some guys, there's one fucking faggot in their comments who were just going on about my fucking nose ring and shit, calling me gay. Like, I'm sorry, but what's more gay? Having a nose ring or being a grown-ass man and having a fucking breakdown over someone having a nose ring? Yeah, you fucking little gay boy. But I understand you're hurt too. You're another victim, so I'm not going to even have a go at you. I will say that since I've got nose piercings, I've only done better with women. And to all the dudes saying that I'm upset because I don't have any bitches and shit, bruh, no, it's quite the opposite. I have too many bitches, I don't have any bros. I have hoes, I don't have bros. It's probably the opposite of what a lot of you guys go through. I've always got at least one hoe. And I always will, well, until age pill finally fucking gets me. But in terms of bros, that's what I mean. I've seen 2 bros this fucking year. That's it. Alright, hoes, fair play, every week, every other week, at minimum once a month, if it's really dry spells. But bros, I don't see anyone, and it's made me realise bros are more important than fucking hoes. But girls can't really speak. They love conditionally and opportunistically. We love idealistically. Fucking hell. All the shit people talking about my ex as well. I just want it to be clear. I broke up with this girl in March of 2025. I left her because she didn't love me enough. And we still spoke for a while until like summer of this year. But it's been a while. I'm over her. Don't you worry. Like, I'm not... If you see the video about my ex talking about being replaced, I'm fucking laughing in the video, boys. Come on. Like, you know, I waited enough time so I won't be like emotional talking about her. But it were new news. I'd just seen that I got replaced by an absolute fucking goblin, and it made me laugh. But yeah, even when I was with my ex, I'll be honest, I felt this way. I still felt lonely. Plus I'd see her, but I wouldn't have any bros. And that's more important. And maybe that's easy to fix. We're all just so neurotic and stuck in our own heads. Maybe next time you see an ugly dude or an autist, loud ass train. Maybe next time you see a fucking LTN autist who's clearly down on his luck, maybe just be a bit nicer to him. Maybe just say how you doing, bro. Make some random compliment. I don't know. Your beard looks sick, bro. Some shit like that. Just anything. Treat people with better respect. Not women. I'm talking about people here. Women aren't people. You know, they are, but they're different. You know what I mean? Even the girls in my life, they are so sweet to me, and I'm very grateful to them. But there's a reason I didn't acknowledge them when I spoke about only seeing 2 people this year. Also, it is different. And I know if they weren't in my life, if I had someone like me in their life, and I messaged them, they'd either just air me completely, or at worst they'd screenshot it and make a TikTok mocking me for even thinking I have a chance. It just so happens they're with me or into me at the moment, so, you know, I'm lucky enough to avoid that. But I'm also not retarded, and I acknowledge for a fact that I'm not special. I was just in the right place at the right time with these girls, and realistically, if a better opportunity came along, they'd fucking bounce. They all would. A guy would stick with his ugly-eyed girl if he genuinely loved her, if he could see the better in it, but girls will just jump ship. That's just how it is. Not all girls, and not all guys. But that's just how it is, bruh. I want to clear things up on that. I don't want anyone thinking I'm having a breakdown over my fucking ex. No, God no. I would never give that power. You guys didn't even know when I fucking broke up with her. Like, so I wouldn't have spoke about it when I was actually emotional about it. I spoke about being lonely and miserable in a dead-end job when I was emotional about it, because it's not about my ex. Who cares? It's not going to be used against me in some weird thing. Like, but goddamn, we're all fucking suffering, eh? Fucking sucks, man. Lots of doom appealed, well, fucking really doomer people in the comments as well, saying, yeah, life won't get better. And I'm not going to argue with them. Like, who am I to say? They might be fucking 5'2", obese, Indian, genetic defects sort of people. Who am I to say, no, bro, just keep trying, just be yourself? But a lot of people seem to think that I'm doomed out over women or lack of women, when it couldn't be further from the case. I have no male friends. I'm fucking craving cock. I'm not. But I'm craving male friends, you know what I mean? Like, trust me, I've been with plenty of women many times. But in terms of just regular nights out, hanging out with guys, just regular bros, you know, talking shit without all these weird things, I have nothing like that. It's really the opposite of a lot of guys. It's weird, especially for me as an LTN manlet. I really should be in the same boat as everyone, like craving a girl, feeling so lonely without them. But nah, bros, I'm here to say, genuinely, hand on heart, girls make me feel fucking lonely a lot of the time, but I realise how fake it all is. Whereas guys, fucking hell. When I went to Turkey, mate, I had 3 girls offering, I didn't ask, they offered me a lift back from the airport when I returned. All 3 either made excuses or aired me to fucking, you know, to avoid seeing me, because they only say shit because they like the sound of their own voice, not because they actually mean it. Meanwhile, there was one guy who mildly suggested, one of the 2 times I met up with guys this year, who mildly suggested, oh, you're in Turkey, I could give you a lift back, bro. I didn't even entertain it. I just thought, but I'm so used to speaking to women, I just thought, fair play. You know, you're just talking shit because we're in a group and you want to sound good, whatever. It came to the day, a month later, he remembered. He fucking picked me up. What girl on earth? I don't think even if I had a wife she'd do that, bruh. But a random dude who's more of a mutual friend than a friend was willing to drive fucking like almost an hour to an airport in Manchester to drive me back. And he only asked for 20 quid. I gave that motherfucker 40 quid and some tobacco and cigs and other shit. God damn it. Fucking, I'm not used to that. Guys are the real ones. If anyone's struggling with loneliness and hopelessness, don't be obsessed with the fucking hoes. But that's a mistake I made for years. I'd put hoes before bros all the time. Granted, I probably didn't have the best bros at the time, so maybe there's my excuse. But I know for a fact I wouldn't feel this fucking empty and like life's a fucking joke if I had even just a couple bros to shoot the shit with, to talk the shit and just get on and see regularly and get out of my fucking head. And I know that's the case for a lot of you too. Maybe some of you have social lives and you're just obsessed with the bitches. Honestly, boys, get a fucking prostitute at that point. I've never done it. I probably never will. But if I truly couldn't get laid and I was obsessed over it, I'd just pay someone to fuck me. Who gives a fuck? You know, people pay for porn and shit all the time. Girls pay for fucking vibrators, and some girls can't even fucking come without having a fucking, without needing batteries and fucking corporations' products to fucking pulsate the pussies. Like, what the fuck? And we're ashamed to pay someone to bang us. I wouldn't, but I don't need to. If you do need to, and that's your main problem, just do that. Fucking do that, for God's sake. But my main problem is there's no boys in my life. No bros. It's lonely. I've got my biological brothers and a couple of friends who have mainly all moved far away from me. I can still speak to bros occasionally, so maybe it's not that bad. But my day-to-day life fucking sucks. Obviously, I'm a bit more numb to it today. It's more out my system. I had some good catharsis, I guess. But goddamn, at the same time, my heart hurts thinking of all the guys suffering and how women would just utterly mock all these guys. If any of these guys, if I were them and I were messaging some of my girls, the way they'd mock them and just insult them for no reason when they're basically the same as me in every way, it's fucking bullshit. Women are evil, bruh. But we all know that. That's why, once again, I didn't speak about women when I was talking about not seeing anyone for the year, because they're not fucking people. Not in the same way we are, boys. But yeah. Another incoherent rant. Maybe I'll get round to actually answering the comments, but, you know, kind of address things here. I don't think anyone's exactly fucking hanging on the edge of a seat waiting for me to answer, you know what I mean? Most of it was just insults or people going through the same thing. The people who care, who it matters to, will find the message. And those who don't, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about me anyway? I've got like 10 subscribers, boys. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was on about it yesterday, how it's freeing in a sense, and I suppose it is. Sometimes it really fucking gets to you when you've had bad days. But goddamn, like I say, I could get my dick out right now and do a helicopter. No one's gonna give a fuck. Else I'm irrelevant in that way. But that's good. You can just do what you want to an extent. But yeah, cope.